And I welcome you back to the Debrinick channel, and today we are talking about Lake Oroville as we are looking live right now at Lake Oroville. You can see it's 9:36 a.m. there. This was down low earlier, and I'm going to have some footage of that coming up in a minute when we go to windy.com. This has come up quite a bit, this fog level, so it's turning into clouds, but there is no precipitation forecasted for the next 24 hours, but we have some interesting weather coming that way. We have the models disagreeing, which is nothing new. So if you think this is worthy of a like and you watch the whole video and you like it at the end, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it on social media. Please tell all your friends, your family, get the word out. And without further ado, let's roll right over to windy.com. As we roll over to windy.com, you can see, just as I said, the next 24 hours is going to be dry, except for the very tip of California up to the north at Crestwood. Right on the corner, they're going to get 0.2 of an inch, nothing to talk about. There is a lot of rain up in Seattle and Vancouver today, and there's also going to be some rain if you are in New York, Maine, Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, all the way from Houston up Louisiana. Is going to be a wet day as well. Memphis, Tennessee. You can see that the majority of the rain's right through here and here, so nothing terrible. We'll check the new snow for today. They are going to get a little bit of snow over here in Vermont and New Hampshire as well, and Maine as well. You're talking 9.6 inches, so you have that going on there. Looks like a little bit of lake effect snows right here. Come over here to New York, and you got 5.5 inches going on as well. And Chicago's even going to get a little bit of snow over here, 0.2 inches. Nothing too crazy. South Bend a little bit. Nothing here in the Midwest. Nothing. Washington State's going to get quite a bit of snow today. This is 24 hours. 25 inches in the next 24 hours. So very, very crazy there. Just to the south over by Portland. Portland, Oregon is going to get 8.3 inches of snow. So they have that going on down there. We are rolling over to the visible satellite, and you can see the dominant high pressure that normally hits California is back in control for a minute, and the majority of this pressure is kicking up here. I'm really interested in this low pressure spinning out here to the west of Hawaii, and it looks pretty interesting as far as that goes. This could be the system that's going to hit California later in the week. You can see that this system actually has dropped way down here. Here's your Pineapple Express. It has come all the way down here, and it's still kicking moisture all the way up through Illinois, all the way up here. This is all riding up, and some of this is actually Gulf moisture as well. Look at this massive spin out here in the Atlantic. It's kicking way up, and we're going to go to the rain accumulation map like we always do. Like I said, nothing in the next 12 hours. We go the next 3 days. It gets a little bit closer. That could be that low pressure that's spinning out there. We go the next 5, and Lake Oroville is back in business. Up here by East Quincy, they are going to get 1.41 inches, and down here by Folsom's going to get a lot more rain, 1.89, so that's good. We'll go up to Lake Shasta and see what's going on at Lake Shasta. Lake Shasta up here, 2.1 inches, so that's really good news as well. We go to the next 10-day forecast and see what goes on, and I really want to focus in on this because they are calling for a whole lot, and the models are completely in disagreement. The European model has about 6 inches of precipitation. It's taken a conservative approach on this storm coming up, and up here they're calling Bailey for 6 inches all the way down, 4 here, 6 all the way down here to Folsom. They're calling for a lot of precipitation. 6 inches is not a bad deal. So the new snow up here, they're calling for 56 inches over here, 6.2. Just, you think 10 inches for every 1 inch equals about 10 inches of snow, 8.6. So that's right around what they're calling for. Now let's go to the GFS and see what is going on there. I want to start back at the rain accumulation. So the rain accumulation is much more aggressive here. They're calling for double the amount of rain right in the same vicinity as the European model. This is a very long way out. 10 days. A lot can happen in 10 days. This is a very good guess. 13 inches of rain is what the GFS is calling for right there. And you go to new snow on that, it's not all going to be snow. It's going to be some rain as well. And that's not good news, because if we go to the snow, they're calling for a whole bunch of snow here. This is good news, bad news, depending on how you look at it. Down here, not as good, because they're calling for 13-inch rain here, and only 8 of that 13 is going to be snow. So you go to 8 inches of snow and 13 inches of rain, and you're going to have a lot of melt, because some of it's going to hit it, cause the lake to rise rapidly. Now, will it come to pass? I'm going to say about half of that. Generally, they're They're about half right half the time. On the last model they were calling for 100 inches, and you got your new snow depth right now. We go to snow depth, back to the European model. The snow depth over here is 44 inches, and this is where I vividly remember they were calling for 100 inches somewhere along here, and all they got is 40, so they were 60% off. Now over here 49, and they were calling for like 80, so you figure about half. They get it about half right. We go up to Mount Shasta and see what is going on up there, and the snow depth at Mount Shasta is 34 inches. It's not terrible, but it's not the 80 that they were predicting, so you got to take it for what it's worth. We go down here, Oroville, and you can see that they got 60 inches up here. That's a good snowpack there. So let's roll over to the last 72 hours of precipitation and see what they have received. Within the last 72 hours in the Lake Oroville area, 1.87. Over here by Lake Oroville, 1.92. So you got a couple inches in the last 72 hours over there. Out here, 0.94 inches. Over here in the middle fork of the river, 0.82. We go down here to the south fork, 1.10. So they ended up with around a little over an inch or so. Little higher spots over here to the west, 2.30. So there you have that. Up at Lake Shasta up here, you can see not near as much on Mount Shasta itself, 0.78, and the rest of it was just a modest 0.41, and down here as well, 0.68. So that's what you have received in the last 72 hours. Let's roll over to the snowpack. So we're at the California Data Exchange Center. This is snow water equivalent in inches, and the north date is number of stations reporting are 31, average snow water equivalent 6.8 inches. So that's a very healthy part for the north, and it's 24%. So if this was April 1st, this would only be at 24%. So luckily it's not April 1st, it's December 18th, and the percentage of the normal for this day is 92%. Now the central part where Lake Oroville's located, there's 42 stations reported. The average snow water equivalent's about 8 inches, which is fantastic. Percentage of April 1st average is 27%, so that's a little bit higher than the north and probably the best so far, 102. And then we go down here where there's 31 stations reporting the average snow water equivalent 6.2, not as much. The percentage of April 1st average would be 24%, and percentage of the normal for this state is 105. So we're above average, not quite too average in the north. So just like we said, Mount Shasta doesn't get as much as they're calling for time after time, so that's not good. Statewide, there's 104 stations reporting. The average snow water equivalent 7.1. The percentage for April 1st average is 25%, and percentage for this state is 98%, so not quite too normal, but not too far off the mark, so we'll take what we can get, and that's what we got there. Let's roll over Oroville, Lake Shasta, and check out those water levels now. Okay, we are at Lake Oroville. The water level is 685.73 feet. MSL Saturday, December 18th, 2021, 8 a.m. The level is 214.27 feet below full pool of 900, and the changes since yesterday is 0.57 feet. This is roughly about the wide area of the lake where it's actually wider, so there's still a lot of flow into the lake. But so since October 20th, the level was at 629.17 feet, and here we are today at the water level is 685.73 feet, and that is 56.56 feet has come up since October 20th, and that is a span of 59 days. So there you have it. That is how much it has come up, and that is incredible. We'll take it, and we will off to see what those levels currently are in comparison. We are at Lake Shasta's water level, and the water level currently is 902.77 feet MSL Saturday, December 18th, 2021 at 7 a.m. The level is 164.23 feet below full pool of 1,067, and the thing is on the increase of 0.38. And we go from today's date 59 days back like we just did at Lake Oroville, and we go back, the water level on October 20th was 882.68 feet, and you minus that from today's date, has come up 20.9 feet. So Lake Oroville has come up much quicker, much faster. Its precipitation there is much higher than Lake Shasta, as we've been showing for months now. So that is all I have for today. I'm going to try to come back tomorrow with the Lake Mead, Lake Powell update, and it'll just be strictly Lake Mead and Lake Powell. We won't talk about Lake Oroville or Lake Shasta at all. So you guys have any comments, leave it below. If you think this is worthy of a like, please like and subscribe. And see you on the next one.